Hey there, we've got a 30-minute kettlebell workout for you. Click the link right here to warm up, then come back and join us. And if you need to substitute any exercise for anything that we're doing based on the equipment that you have, just leave me a comment and I'll give you an idea of what you can do instead. First up here we have a waiter's bow. So you're holding that kettlebell goblet style, you're arching your back, just a very slight bend in the knees, and then you're pushing your hips back. So this is a hinge at the hip joint. Keep pushing your hips back to load the hamstrings, load the back of the legs, and you'll really feel a stretch there. You're going to do 10 reps for this movement. Next, this one is called a scapular bent over row. So it's really two movements here. The first one is pulling the shoulder blades up towards each other, and then the second one is that row into the stomach. So you're keeping your back flat. Your goal is to have your torso parallel with the floor on that positioning, and you're going to do 10 reps here. Don't rush this movement, nice and slow. I'm going to set a 5-minute clock for you, and your goal is to do as many good rounds of each movement going back and forth between these two as you can in those 5 minutes. First up in this next group, this is called a suitcase deadlift. Now you just have a weight in one hand, so it requires a tremendous amount of core strength and stability to not be pulled out of position with this movement. So you're going to stand tall at the top, you're hinging at the hips with a knee bend to return down to the floor, and you're going to do 10 reps with that weight in each hand, 20 total reps here. Your second movement here is a kettlebell overhead press. So we have this kettlebell on the front rack, your thumb is against your collarbone, that kettlebell is resting in the crease between your lower and upper arm, your core is tight, and then you're pressing overhead and returning back down to that front rack position. You're going to do 10 reps on each side here. Next is a plank drag through. So you're in a forearm plank position with your feet extra wide, and you're reaching underneath you, and you're pulling that kettlebell through with your opposite hand. You're trying to keep your core rigid and stay nice and tight as you do this movement. Now you're going to do 10 total reps, 5 each side. I'm going to give you 9-minute clock here to do as many good rounds of these 3 movements as you can. Working from movement 1, movement 2, movement 3, back to 1, just like a circuit. next movement is an RDL. So this is also a hinge at the hip. You're pushing your hips back. Keep that weight as close to your body as you can. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed back. Keep that back nice and tight. You're gonna do 20 reps here. Your second movement is a one-arm unsupported row. So this is a bent over row with your back tight, and you're pulling that weight up to touch your hand to your side at the top, squeeze the shoulder blade together. You're gonna do 10 reps on each side. Your third movement, this is a challenging one. This is a half kneeling kettlebell windmill. So you're starting in this position. So whatever knee is up, the weight is in that same side hand. Now what you're doing is you're gonna look up at the weight as you bring this elbow down to the ground. While you do that, you're gonna push your hips out to the side. So looking up, nice and slow, elbow down, and return back up. Push the hips out. This is a really good exercise for your thoracic spine, mobility, for your hips, for your core, for your obliques. I want you to do 5 reps on each side here. Now I'm gonna give you a 9-minute clock, and you're gonna do as many good rounds as you can in 9 minutes. challenge for today is a kettlebell floor press, 1 set for max reps. Laying on your back, you're holding that kettlebell with your narrow hands, so this is really going to hit the triceps. Again, as many reps as you can do, just 1 set. Make sure you don't drop that kettlebell on yourself, and you're good to go. Now, if you like this workout, hit the subscribe button and like this video. I'd really appreciate it. Go get it!